$100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar a double round of Crown, and everybody's getting down in this town. Ain't never gonna be the same, 'cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city. I make a lot of noise 'cause the girls, they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody says, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
What's up, guys? We got a very special package here I wanted to open today, and this is going to be part of the video that I'm going to be making on how to clean up a Martini Henry Mark IV. We did get it in the mail today, and I'm going to be recording me opening it for the first time. I got a knife right here. We're going to just open it a little bit. We're going to see... maybe I should, no, I'm trying to figure out what way I should open it, because I don't want to get stuff everywhere. I've seen people online opening one of these and they get stuff all over the floor. But we're going to open this, and I'm going to show you guys the rifle, and then after that, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to clean it up, because this is a Martini Henry Mark IV Pattern B in the untouched category. That was sent to me by IMA. Okay. We did get a lot of paper, so bear with me here. I'm going to get something so that we don't get stuff all over the floor here, because I know my stepdad will definitely have a fit. Yep. Oh boy. Look at this guy right here. Oh baby, look at this. I'm going to open it for you guys. This looks incredible. Look at this thing. This was definitely worth the money getting. I even have a bayonet with it. Well, it's not a bayonet. I have a ramming rod. I did ask for the nicest one possible. Wow, look at this baby right here. This is why I love collecting old military surplus rifles. I love it. Look at this absolute beauty of a rifle. I'm just going to tear it apart. Okay. I'm not going to try and cut any of the wood. Because you don't want that happening. I mean, this rifle is caked in cosmetic. It's not too bad. It actually looks really nice. I mean, wow. Oh yeah. It does have a little bit of a crack in the stock, but that's okay. I'll fix that. Yep, It does have some little bit of a crack in the stock. That's okay, I can get that, I can always get that fixed. Wow, look at this thing. Look at this beauty right here. Unbelievable. It's got the butt plate where they have to get all that corrosion off. I'm pretty glad that it came with the cleaning rod right here. I mean, this thing is just awesome. Sweet. Alright, we're gonna get to cleaning it. Alright guys, so what you're going to be needing in far as for tools and everything to clean up this rifle right here is you're going to be needing just a hand select tools for, you know, basic gunsmithing and stuff like that. You know, these rifles aren't really too hard to clean, but they do take a lot of work. This video is going to be pretty long. However, it's going to be worth it whenever it's all done. It's clean. It's going to look really nice, and you know, it's just going to look absolutely beautiful. You know, like it was made yesterday. And you can get these particular rifles at ima-usa.com. I'm going to give you a link in the description box below. So, you know, check those out. And, you know, this is basically a one-in-a-lifetime experience to be able to clean up one of these rifles and to, you know, get them and have them look like brand new. So, as far as tools go, you know, what we're going to be using for stock work is we're going to be using, you know, you can use Murphy's oil soap and cut it with a little bit of water and just, you know, take all that, you know, grease and grime off, you know, and make the stock look all nice. You can, for a clear coat, you can use this feed and wax. This is wood polisher and conditioner. This is beeswax and orange oil. It's a type of paste wax. You know, this is for after you're done scrubbing everything with the Murphy's oil soap. You can, I mean, if you really want to, you can use like a clear coat, like a polyurethane or something like that. But I mean, I think that the paste wax would actually be a little bit more forgiving on the wood. You do want some WD-40, you know, to spray on the metal, and you can also use it to, you know, spray it on the screws and stuff like that, so those screws, you know, can loosen up and it won't rust or anything. We have regular WD-40. We have the water-resistant silicone lubricant spray WD-40. You can, now I don't really like to recommend this, but multi-purpose remover will work for all the grime and stuff like that. However, if you don't want to take away the original patina and the bluing, I would not use this, which is, we're not going to be using that today. Also, oven cleaner. You know, people recommend this. IMA recommended this even when I contacted them. Don't use oven cleaner. I'm just telling you guys this. You know, I know you've seen it. Probably you've watched Iraq Veteran 8888. He recommends the same thing. Don't use oven cleaner. You're going to need paper towels. Obviously, you're going to need some type of pin punch set. I got this at Harbor Freight. Okay. You're also going to need some brass bristle brushes and nylon brushes. Okay. You can get these at Harbor Freight for cheaper, but I got them at Walmart because I didn't know that Harbor Freight had them for, you know, cheap. As far as the metalworks goes, what you're going to be using is water and simple green. Okay, you can also use water and vinegar. I've done that before, but if you really want the metal finish to look really nice and you don't want to take off too much of the patina or of the bluing, you know, just use like organic stuff. You know, you can use basic soap and water. Simple green works good. You know, vinegar works okay. You know, just don't spray oven cleaner on the whole freaking gun. Don't do that, okay? As far as tools go, you're gonna need multiple types of flathead screwdrivers, okay? You're gonna need a flathead screwdriver set, and you're gonna need this, you're gonna need a really, really big screwdriver like this for whenever you're getting the screw off of the inside of the stock, okay? So this is a 16-inch screw right here, okay? 3/8 16-inch. You know, it's a monster screwdriver, but it will work. At the end also, we're going to show you how to tell if your rifle is safe to shoot or not, but we're going to do that with feeler gauges. You're going to need feeler gauges to do that. And you're also going to need some type of a scribe to get all the dirt in between the little tiny screws. This is some type of, like, I guess, art tool, because I don't have any, you know, scribes or anything like that. I don't have any picks. So I'm just going to use this thing, and you can find these, I guess, at some type of, like, I guess they use them for art class and stuff like that. My mother got this, I don't know how long ago. But anyway, you know, let's get started. Let's start cleaning this rifle. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to spray a little bit of oil on this receiver and see if we can get some of the original markings to show. Okay, we're going to be using WD-40 for this task. I'm actually just going to spray it. I'm not even going to use that nozzle thing. Okay, I'm going to get a paper towel here. And I'm going to clean some of this off. Hopefully this, you know, can remove everything. Wow, look at all that goop build up right there. Yep. Alright, I'm getting some of the markings here. You can't really see them really well in low light. But I can see this is an infield. And it says, I think it says that it was made in 1887. I'm going to spray a little bit more on this right here. Alright, now we have access to some of these screws here, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking our scribe and we are going to be, looks like somebody actually tried moving that screw right there. Oh yeah, I did forget to mention, you're going to need a mini torch. I should have put that in the description, in the intro. But if you have a problem trying to get these screws to move, you're going to use a mini torch and you're just going to get them heated up, and that's going to help them move. Okay? I'm going to take most of this gunk right here off of all this. We're gonna clean as much as that as we possibly can. Same with the firing pin. Well, it's not the firing pin. Same with the pin up here that, you know, you can disassemble the breech block. Okay, we're gonna take this down. All right. We're just gonna clean all of this. Okay. I'm going to spray some on my paper towel here. I'm going to get all of this off. You especially want to get it off like where the cocking indicator is. Try and get most of that off. And then, all right, I'm gonna close that, and I'm gonna flip it. Man, look at all this gunk. You're gonna need a lot of paper towels for this, people. You really are. And the cool thing is that, you know, once you see these screws, you can basically get an idea for, you know, how, oh yeah. For how well these are going to come out. And just for good measure, I'm going to clean the top of this. Just like that. Okay. Alright. Okay, so now that we have this clean, we're going to disassemble the rifle. Okay, so let me get... Alright guys, you know what? I'm going to come back here because I am going to be getting my, my MagTech. Well, it's not MagTech. I am going to be getting my, my torch. So I'll be right back, and then what we're going to do is we're going to disassemble the upper part of this receiver right here. Alright, okay. Alright guys, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take one of these punches here. So I think I'm going to use... I'm going to use this one. See if it fits. Now this pin, you're just going to tap that out. That's all you're going to do. It's not a screw or anything. On the rear side, it does look like a screw. So if you look right here, it looks like it's a screw, but you're going to find out that it's not here in a second. So what I'm going to do is, I guess I'm going to take that down, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to disassemble this thing right here. Hopefully we don't need to torch it, but I do have my torch handy. Okay, so it's moving, which is good. Okay. I'm gonna get some of this gunk out and around this right here. And I'm going to try a different one. Maybe we should just go this way. Okay. Yeah, this is better. Okay. So go from the opposite side where that screw is and just tap it. That was easy. All right. Got this piece right here. You're just gonna put your parts in there. Now I'm gonna try and get the breech block out. And what I'm gonna do there is I'm gonna take this. You're gonna get all this goop. I'm gonna try and get all this goop off first. That stuff is nasty. Get all that out. Now, a lot of this grease is actually derived from various like animal fat and stuff like that. You might see like yak hair. You're gonna see a lot of different stuff that's caked up in these rifles right here. Okay. So, well, guys, I didn't really film that there, but the breech block did come out. And what you do, I'm gonna try and put this in here again. If I can, anyway. But what happened, what I did is I turned this upside down and I went like this multiple times and the breech block came out. I tell you what I'm going to do is I am going to clean the breech block. Okay? I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this to the side right here. And we're not gonna disassemble the breech block. All we're gonna do is we're just gonna clean it a little bit. Okay. I mean, look at this thing. All caked in cosmoline and all types of crap. Okay. I'm just going to try and wipe all this down with a paper towel. Look at all that. Disgusting. This is why you need WD-40. So, I'm actually going to put this on here, even though it's already caked in a bunch of goo. And we're going to just clean the absolute crap out of it. Right here. Alright, now after you have, I guess, the exterior of the breech block cleaned, you are going to basically, now we do have a good pin, because that's exceeding out there, which means that, you know, we don't need another firing pin. Sometimes you'll, I've heard of people getting one of these and the firing pin was broken or whatever, you know, but not in this case, because this is actually going pretty good. So okay, we're gonna disassemble the breech block. All right, And how we're going to do that is we're going to get, obviously, a bunch of different screwdrivers, and we're going to disassemble it. Hold on real quick. I am going to try and get the right bit. See if I can find a nice one that's actually going to fit. I might have to use one of these. Okay. Now, this is a really weird shaped screw, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get all this goo out of here. Alright. All this goo just right out of here. I'm actually going to widen the camera a little bit. I know you guys are probably complaining, you know, I can't see anything. But, you know. Alright, so that piece is open, so now, let me try and find a proper, that won't work. I might have to use, I don't think this will work. I might have to use this monster here. Yeah, I might have to use this monster. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and turn this. Wow, okay. Look at that. That was easy. Okay. Now, I don't want this thing popping out of here. So I'm just... Look at this guy right here. Look at that. That's 100 years of all that goop built up into that striker and into this breech block. Okay. I'm going to clean somewhat part of this. And honestly, I'm going to put this back in here like that. And I'm going to reassemble this. And then after I reassemble this, I am going to just put it back in that pot there, and we're going to clean it with the simple green and water. Okay. I'm actually going to back up just a little bit. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to put that in our parts bin. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this rifle and we're going to disassemble the rest of this. Okay? Alright, okay, so now the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to get this screw off, which is going to be, hopefully that works. A lot of these screws are really loose. I wonder why. Okay. Well, that's good. Got that piece. And we are going to, can we take, yeah, we can take that. However, we need to get this screw unboogered up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, spray it, and clean it like that. Okay. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this torch and I'm actually going to put this right there. Yeah, I'm going to take this torch right here and I'm going to torch this screw right here just a little bit. You're not going to, just hold it there. You're going to just go over it and hopefully this will loosen this screw up. So, all right, here we go. Hold on. I need to do this properly. So, I'm going to take that. All right. All right. Okay, so now, after that's good, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this other screwdriver, pretty nice small screwdriver, and try and turn this, if I can anyway. I think this might be a little bit too big. If you think that your bit is too big, and you're trying and it's not working, just stop. Don't go any further. Don't try and, get it, I guess. Just stop what you're doing and reassess. There's nothing wrong with doing that. So I might actually have to get one of these ones out. I know I have a smaller, here it is. I had a smaller one. And I'm gonna put an extension on here. I'm smelling that burnt yak grease. That smells wonderful. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna turn it. Look at that. Awesome. That's freaking great. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna tap out this this cocking indicator right here. Okay. And I'm going to use a punch to do that. And I might need to just squeeze just a little bit. All right. The cocking indicator is a little bit hard to get out because of the fact that it is secured on the sear. And you know what? This sear right here, after we, I'm going to show you what the sear looks like after we get this out. Okay, that was good. So we got the cocking indicator out right there. Put that in your parts bin. And now you're gonna flip this downward. I thought that was the sear. That was actually, yep. There's the sear. And, Jesus, is that goopy. There's the extractor. Okay? Alright. Put that in your parts bin. And look at this. Look at all that slop. Okay? And we're just going to throw everything in our pot with Simple Green and water. Okay, so we got the rifle basically disassembled. We got all the parts disassembled here. Now the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna get the barrel bands off, and we're gonna take, I guess, the cleaning rod out, which is gonna be, I guess, fairly okay. It's not the hardest thing that we have to do, but that's what we're gonna do, so, okay. Now that's moving a little bit, which is a good sign. I'm gonna use maybe a smaller punch. That's going to be small about this one. This one should be good. It's coming out. Good sign I'm losing all my tools and everything. Okay. Alright, well, we can see that this is somewhat bent. I'm not going to mess with it like that. I'm just going to try and wiggle it, and boom. It just came out right there. We're going to put that in there. And hopefully now, this will move. And if it doesn't, I don't know what the heck's going on then. I don't know why it wouldn't move in the first place anyway. Okay. I mean, this looks like it would fit in there. But if it's not going to, then I'm not going to mess with it. Alright guys, I did get the cleaning rod out. It took a long time. All you gotta do is you just gotta keep turning it, you know, and then lift up and try and get it out there as best as you possibly can. I did take this one pin out right here. You get that out with a punch. Okay, so take the cleaning rod out first. Take this pin out, and then after that, don't even mess with this thing. Just don't. Okay, and just take it off, just like that. All right. Put it in your parts bin. Put that right next to the parts bin, and then now we're gonna go to the rear stock band, which is an absolute horror to get off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is there is a little pin that's right here that's holding the stock band. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get this off. Well, you know, tap it and try and tap it in. And then I'm going to try and maybe move this screw right here and take the stock band off. All right. Now, you just want this to come up a little bit and then you just take it off. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I've been trying to get this pin actually to come out, and it is being a pain in the dairy rear end, I tell you what. Alright, I'm going to get this torch. I'm going to torch it a little bit, and I'm going to try and get as much of that crap off possibly can with the scribe. A lot of that yellow and stuff that you see after you're burning it, that's just animal fat. Just burning. That's all that is. Now me, I'm trying to get in between the stock band and this pinhole. I wish I really didn't have one. Some rifles have them, some don't. If you don't have one, well, good for you, because you have to do less work. And try not to inhale any of the vapors, because it would be like inhaling, I guess, skin. You don't want to do that. Alright guys, so we could not get this screw out of here. However, what you're going to do is you're going to take that pin and you're going to try and drive it down as far into the stock as possible. Alright, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take a punch. If you cannot get this off, you're going to take a punch and you're just going to tap it. And just keep tapping it until it gives you some type of movement. And you're going to keep tapping it. Okay. Now if it won't move on its own, don't force it. Just keep tapping it. That's all you got to do. Alright, once it gets past that pinhole, okay, you're going to take it, you're just going to remove it. Got it. And that's all caked in rust and all types of crap. Right there. Yep. Alright, we're going to put it in the parts bin. And now what we're going to do is take this off. Look at that. Nice. Wow. Now this is a pretty good stock, and it does have a little bit of rust in the bottom. However, we're just going to put this aside because we're going to clean this up later. We're going to clean that up, and we're going to take all this goo and we're basically going to just wipe all this off. Get a paper towel, just wipe it off. And you know what else? We're going to actually use this gun cleaning tool right here. I'm going to get this open. We're going to use these brushes and we're going to brush the barrel away. And we're going to clean, we're basically going to clean this barrel. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this away. I'm going to clean some parts of the barrel first. I'm going to turn that upside down and I'm going to clean that. I'm going to clean this whole freaking thing. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and just spray this. And I'm also going to spray it on this brush. This is brass. It's a brass brush. I'm just going to I mean, this is good barrel, actually. Wow, look at that. That's awesome. We do have a little bit of pitting on the barrel. Yeah. But I don't think that's, as long as the pitting's not too deep, it'll be just fine. Basically spray the whole freaking thing down with WD-40. Just clean the crap out of it. And we will also be putting this into a bath with with some simple green and some water. $100 years of preservative. Unbelievable. Alright. I'm going to brush it off a little bit more. Mostly where the area I see pitting in. Looks like it's making it worse, but guys, all you gotta do is just wipe it off. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Let's just wipe it off. Yeah, see, there's a lot of pitting there, but I think the barrel will be okay. We're going to try and clean up as much as top front sight post as we can. The rear sight, what I meant to say. Alright, that's done. Now we're going to get to the rear stock. Alright guys, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this butt plate off. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to heat the whole thing up and then we're just going to take it off. I know this isn't the best lighting, but you know, I'll zoom in maybe a little bit. I mean, you can see that one, that screw, and you really can't see that screw, but I'm trying. All right. I'm going to show you how you know, take the butt plate off. All right. So I'm going to take this torch here and I'm going to heat this thing up. So let me, and I have mine on the highest level right here, so you can adjust. This is a smaller, larger, smaller, larger. Okay. So let's get started. We're just going to and all this oil is starting to come off. All this grease. Don't worry, it's not going to hurt the wood either. Okay? Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take these off. I have this one right here, I have this flathead, and I'm going to use that to give me a little bit of, okay, nice. That one came off, you know, easy. Oh, before I started the video, I took these scribes and I got all that grease out of that screw head, because you do not want to strip any of these, and they're pretty hot. So I'm actually going to use this. Turn it. That was way too easy. Alright, now the next one here, I'm going to try and just turn it. Okay. That was better than normal. That's good. See, that's freaking hot. All right, now we can get access to the buttstock screw, which is in here. Okay, and I'm actually gonna. Okay, so with your stock butt, you get 2 screws. Here's one. Here's one. I'm trying not to touch them because they're pretty hot. You know, I don't want to burn myself. And you know what? I'm gonna put those in the parts bin. Okay, I don't want to knock off the martini here. All right, and I'm gonna put these hot potato in the parts bin. You get 2 things. This is a brass protection plate, and then you get the brass butt plate right here. Put those in the parts bin. All right, now the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to try, let me adjust this here. We're going to try and take this stock screw out, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go get a flashlight to look down in there. I'll be back here shortly. All right, guys, well, unfortunately, we could not get the stock off of this Martini Henry right here. So the next phase would be honestly, I'm just gonna leave it in there until I can actually, you know, get it out. But the thing is that, you know, if you, I mean, this thing right here can be boogered up really bad. And if you don't, you know, get it out, it's not too big of a deal. You know, just spray a little WD-40 in here, I guess, a little bit. See, yeah, it's starting to drip out a little bit. You know, the thing too is, like, I don't have the right tool right now. but you know, you can buy it in the future. But for now, what we're gonna do is we are going to just take all the parts that we have in the parts bin. We're gonna clean it with Simple Green and hot water. And then with the stock, we're gonna clean it with Murphy's oil soap, and we're gonna clean it with paste wax. And then this whole action right here, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get boiled Simple Green and water mix. We're just really, really hot. And we're just gonna scrub it down. We're not gonna put it in the bath or anything like that. Okay, so let's go on to the next process. All right, guys, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we have Simple Green and water right here, and it's warm. We also have a Brillo pad, and we're gonna take the martini here. We're gonna take the top part, and we're just gonna scrub, scrub, scrub. I'm getting water freaking everywhere. Just keep scrubbing. Scrub the action, scrub the lower part of the barrel. Make sure you get every single thing, because you do not want gunk on this rifle. All right. Okay, now you're gonna just wipe it down with a paper towel. And look at that, that's awesome. There's still some pitting marks. We are going to get those out. We're gonna get some of the dirt out here in the pitting. Cool. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a nylon brush and we're gonna scrub it a little bit. We're gonna take some of that Murphy's oil, Simple Green and water, and we're just gonna scrub. Just scrub this off. I mean, guys, these old rifles, it's not going to look like a brand spanking new barrel. It looks pretty good for how old it is, though. This gun's like 130 years old. Or more. I mean, but you just, all you want to do is just clean the crap out of it. Till your heart desires, I guess. Alright. Just keep scrubbing the barrel away, and where all the pitting is, you have pitting. Scrub some of the dirt. Try and scrub as much dirt as you possibly can out of that pitting. You know. Alright. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to clean the stock and the forearm. Alright, so let's get to it. And what we're going to be using is water and Murphy's oil soap. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to wash this with a little bit of Murphy's oil soap right here and water. Let me put the Murphy's oil soap in the water. Oh yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to use this right here and just scrub, scrub, scrub. Okay. You're just going to keep scrubbing away until the stock has a pretty nice shine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry it with a paper towel. And we're going to keep scrubbing it until we really don't feel any more till we don't feel any more grease or see it, which in my eyes I really don't see too much of it left. Alright, so the next thing after we completely, wipe it down, we're going to put a little bit of paste wax on it. So let me just put a little bit there, there, there. Okay. And I'm just gonna rub this all over the stock. Just like that. It's going to look brand new. Look at that. I'm going to get a dry paper towel and just finish it off. You can see some of the markings on here. I mean, this right here, I have no idea what this means, but I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't know who would have wrote that 130 years ago, but pretty cool in my opinion. We do have a crack in the stock, okay? We are going to repair that. But for now, we're just going to leave it like it is. Okay, now we're going to get the fore end. Alright guys, same thing with the fore end. All you got to do is just, a little bit of Murphy's oil soap and some of this paste wax. But you know what, I think I might spray something on here. I'm going to do what I did before. Okay. I'm going to take this and I'm going to clean this. right here. I'm going to clean the interior of the stock. The exterior. Now that right there is okay. You know, we're just sorry, I got out of the camera view there for a second. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna dry it off with a paper towel. Just dry it off. You gotta imagine, fellas, this was all caked in Cosmoline about an hour ago, and now it's looking pretty freaking good. It looks absolutely wonderful. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of this wax on it. Get another paper towel and just clean up this stock. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. Now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to clean some of this cleaning rod. I'm going to take some of the Brillo pad and other crap and just going to clean it. Looks pretty good. A little bit of pitting on the cleaning rod right there. A little bit of pitting. Not, not too bad. Looks pretty good. I can always get a replacement part, I guess, if I need to, but I'm not going to worry about it. That cleaning rod's good to go. Everything looks real nice. We're going to go and check our parts bin and see if, that stuff is ready. And then we're going to reassemble the Martini here. I'm going to show you what it actually looks like when it's all cleaned up, and it looks pretty nice. Alright guys, so the next part that we're going to do is we got all of our stuff out of our parts bin and we put it in the strainer here. And it looks like it got a lot of the gunk and stuff off of there. All that I'm going to do is basically just spray it with this water resistant silicone, WD-40. And we're just going to wipe it off. And we're going to put it in that other parts bin right there. I mean, you can see that a lot of the gunk did come off. This is a part of the butt plate. And spray that a little bit with WD-40. We're going to wipe it off. And put it in there. Same thing with this. Just spray it. See, I don't care if I get my hands dirty. Wipe it off. Just put it in there. We're going to do the rest of these, and then we're going to get going on the rifle, and we're going to, you know, clean the barrel. And then after that, we should be pretty much done after we reassemble it also. So, okay. Alright guys, so the next thing that I am going to do is I'm going to clean this thing with the cleaning rod. If you want to use something else, this barrel right here is a 468 diameter. So I would use something to clean like a 45-70 or, you know, anything, you know, in a 45 caliber you could clean this rifle with. But the cleaning rod has to be extremely long for this particular caliber, because this rifle barrel is it's pretty long. Okay, I think this is about 30 inches in length. I'm not sure if I have a we don't have a measuring tool, but you know, that doesn't matter. We're just going to use this and we're going to clean this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put a piece of a paper towel and fold it like this. I'm going to place that in the cleaning rod. If I can get it through the cleaning rod. Okay, like so. And I'm going to spray it with some WD-40. We are going to clean this barrel. All that gunk all built up in there. Now I'm going to use one that's dry. And I am going to put it in there. And we're going to clean it out even more. Look at all that gunk. And we can even make like a little ball if you want to. I'm going to spray it with WD-40. And I'm going to put it in there. Like so. And then ram it down in there. I guess like it's a ramming rod. Alright. Now let me look inside the barrel here to see how we're doing. We're doing alright. There's still some rust in the barrel, but that's okay. We're gonna get all that out. Alright, so keep cleaning it. Just do a thing of, piece of dry paper, put it in there, then do another lube, put it in there, and then if you have a brush, put the brush in next, and then repeat the process. Okay? Simple. And I'm going to show you guys what this barrel looks like whenever we're... Alright guys, I don't know if you can see, but that's the barrel. Looks okay, I guess. It, it took me a while, but there's good rifling in that barrel, which is good. So, now what I'm going to do is I am going to reassemble this rifle. Okay, and I'm sorry I got the camera here worked up. Okay. So our next step is going to be to reassemble the whole gun. Let me get all this cleaned up a little bit and then we'll get to that process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reassemble the rifle. I'm already putting this base plate on. That looks good. And for some particular reason, it doesn't seem like this particular screw is grasping onto anything. I don't want to break this stock. And I don't know. Okay. All right, there we go. Yep, that's good. So just gonna try and tighten it down. As best I can anyway. Try and give that a tap a little bit. Alright, that's cool. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to put the these rings back on. So what we're going to do is this one's going to go in first. Okay. That looks pretty good. And the next one, I'm actually going to try and tighten this a little bit. I can't really move it, but the bayonet will hold that snug. The next thing that we are going to do is we're going to put this other piece on right here. Okay. And the bayonet lug is facing this way, so it's facing to the right. Okay. so after that, we're going to put that one pin in, which is right here. Put this pin in. Alright, now we need a punch. Just going to punch it in there. If it's going through. Okay. Put this punch in here. Sorry you couldn't see that before, but trying to put this punch back in. It's going in. Alright. Okay, people. It's in, which is cool. So I'm actually going to give it another whack. Kind of try and make it even. Yep. Alright. That's even. Alright, so the next thing that you're going to do after you put this in is you're going to put your cleaning rod in. So I'm going to clean the rod in. And you're going to tighten it up. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. And I'm actually going to tighten this if I can. Alright, this is tightening. And that's pretty good. Alright, so after you get everything assembled like this, we're gonna put everything back into the receiver, and we're gonna get all of our mechanical parts situated, and then I'm gonna show you how to tell if your gun's safe to shoot or not. Okay, so we're pretty much almost done with completing the reassembly of this rifle right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of our parts from the parts bin, and we are going to reassemble the action of the rifle. We're gonna put the trigger assembly in, the breech block, the extractor, you know, and the lever. Where is that lever at? Here it is, actually. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to place this here, and I'm going to put the extractor right here and just lay that in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually I'm going to put this up in here first and kind of just hold it there. Okay, so okay, and then I'm going to drop the extractor in. So you know what I'm going to do first? Okay, that should be good. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in here, in this hole right here. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to line everything up. And I'm just going to screw this in here like that. Make sure it goes all the way through. It goes through the extractor hole. like that. And then I'm gonna get a screwdriver, screw this down. All right, okay, so that's screwed in. Now, what I'm going to do is we're gonna drop the sear in. So the sear is right here. Now when you drop this in, make sure that this piece is facing upward and this piece right here is up against the one trigger notch, which is, I don't know if you can see it or not, but that thing that's moving right there, make sure that's up in there. And I'm kind of at a bad angle, but I'm gonna give it a try. But I'm gonna put that I'm gonna leave that there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this notch right here. And I'm gonna hold it. Try and get everything and just wiggle it in there. Oh, that was easy. Okay. You wanna like wiggle this, but make sure that this is facing upward. Okay. Make sure that this is facing up. Okay. Now, what I can do is I'm going to hit that with a rubber mallet just to secure that, and that's good. That's assembled. Now you know it's right. See, all right, if it gets that way, just pull the trigger down. Okay, so now you can test this out to see if it's correct or not. You can pull this back and it should go like that. All right, it should go backwards, the cocking indicator. And to get that back to how it is you just pull the trigger and you go forward, and it's back the way it was. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the breech block in here. So I'm going to try and do this way so that you guys can all see. Let me get set up here. Actually, I could do it like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this down, this extractor, face that down, put that breech block in, and then I'm gonna press this downward while I'm moving this. So I'm kind of at an angle here. Nope. It's going to take you a few tries to do it, but once you get it done, you know, it will be worth it, and the rifle will be reassembled, okay? All right, so also, I wanted to say also, when you're reassembling the breech block, make sure that you have this piece here, this screw, make sure that it's actually, when you first take this apart, this is like that. Okay, so this part is outward, and you can move that. Make sure when you reassemble it, this goes like that, so it catches this. Now this thing right here, it is flat. If you move this up or downward, it's going to be harder to get the breech block in, and when you reassemble the rifle, it's going to jam on you. So make sure that this is nice, flat, and flush. Also, this piece right here, when you turn this, I know I'm getting off topic here, okay? When you turn this, I'm gonna turn it for you guys. Make sure that this piece is elongated, okay? So this is long, and this is the shorter slot. Make sure that the longer slot, which is right there, is facing on the outside so that this sear can get in contact with that, and that's gonna, you know, press your firing pin back and forth. All right, so now back to doing this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press down on the extractor, place it down, and I'm gonna try and okay. It may take you a couple tries to do it, but once it gets done, you'll be good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit in this chair and I'm gonna record it. It's easier, I think, to do it this way. All right. So it wants to go in there. That's good. Okay. See, I just pressed that down, and it's down in there. Okay. So that's good. All right. Okay, now, the next thing that you do is you're going to put this pin in, and then you're going to be done. So, this is going to face this direction. And I'm going to get some pliers, and I'm going to squeeze this because this is, you know, it's not completely closed. I'm going to squeeze that, and I'm just going to put that in there just like that, and it'll just go in. Just tap it, and bing, bang, boom, it's reassembled. Easy. Now, we are going to cock it, actually, and cock it back. That was, and then fire. Yep. It works. All right. That's good. Now the next thing that I'm going to show you how to do is see if it's safe to shoot or not. And what we're going to do is we're going to get filler gauges and we're going to measure to see if this thing is safe to shoot or not. Alright. Alright guys, so the next thing that we have to do for this particular rifle is that we have to check it for headspace. And we're going to do a filler gauge test. And how we're going to do that is we obviously need filler gauges, okay? And we also need a piece of brass, which I know I have around here somewhere. Here it is. We're going to need a piece of brass, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to put this piece of brass inside of the gun, okay? And we're going to take our filler gauges, and we're going to start off at 6 thousandths. Now, if the gun closes, if it doesn't close from 1 to 6 thousandths, you're looking at some really, really good headspace here. So we're going to test that here right now. Okay, so you're seeing that it's giving me some resistance right there, and it will not completely close at 6 thousandths. Now we're going to try 3 thousandths. Alright. Okay, I'm going to... Now we're going to go up. Okay, it eats it, but it's like you have to force it to eat it. Okay, so, I mean, it's giving me resistance right, just literally right before I close the thing. Alright. Right there, it's giving me resistance. Alright. Which is good. So, I'm suspecting that the headspace is around 100 to 200 thousandths, which is really, really tight headspace. That's what you want. Literally, the breech block is pressing up against the casing, and that's really, really tight headspace. Now, if you have a gun that will not close on a 10 thou, this is what you would consider a no-go. Okay, so we're going to put that piece in there, and we're going to check 10 thousandths. Okay, it's giving me resistance right there. Alright. Okay. So, this rifle is, you're able to shoot this rifle, no problem. I could shoot this thing literally all day long if I want to, without having any type of problems whatsoever. Okay, so if it will not close on 1 to 6 thousandths, like I said before, you're looking at some really, really good headspace. But if it won't even close on a 10 thousandths, I would probably recommend, if it will close, I'm sorry, on 10 thousandths, then I would recommend possibly trimming your brass and resizing it differently. Also, different brass can give you different headspaces. Like, I know, comparing the Chi Knot case with the MagTech 24 gauge shot shell cases, the headspace on that differs between 200 thousandths. But with this particular casing right here, this is a Jamison 577 Nitro Express case. It's given me really, really good headspace, which is really good. And you also might need to modify the rim, because the rim on a 577 Nitro Express case is a little bit bigger than a regular Chi Knot or a CBC MagTech case. Alright? But, however, if it will not close between 12 to 14 thousandths, I would not recommend shooting that gun. But, I mean, you could maybe shoot, like, gallery loads out of it, but I wouldn't recommend shooting the gun if it won't even close on, like, 14 thousandths. You know, I mean, you could possibly shoot on 12 thousandths, but with 14 thousandths, if it's not closing, I probably would suspect that gun, you know, somewhat unsafe to shoot. Alright? Now, with the Cahendra and Frankot pattern rifles, the Cahendra rifles, you would do the same filler gauge test and maybe take it to a gunsmith. But with the Frankot pattern rifles, I would do a filler gauge test, and I would also give it to a gunsmith, because the thing with the Frankot pattern guns is that the barrel is actually welded to the receiver, and sometimes those welding marks are really weak. So you have to get that really, really well checked off if you intend on firing those guns. And most people don't even recommend firing them because they were just built unsafely, in my opinion. You know, But besides that, with a Mark 1, 2, 3, or 4 rifle, you're very rarely going to run into problems when it comes with headspace. But I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I know I really loved making this video for you guys. You've probably seen similar videos out there on YouTube. I know Iraq Veteran 8888 has one. But, you know, this was just an educational video on how to clean up your Martini and to also check it for headspace to see if it's safe to shoot or not. But we will be doing a reloading video on how to reload 577 450 Martini Henry, and we're also going to be showing you guys how to form Jamison 577 Nitro Express Brass to 577 450 Martini Henry. Okay, so we'll be keeping you guys updated, and as always, you all have a good one. See you later.